Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kene. Today we might not be on the radio because we were informed that there were some technical problem going on. Hopefully it will be resolved while we're on the show. If not, we might as well continue the show today without being on the radio. However, we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and other social media platforms. We want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV today. I want to encourage each and every one of you to share the show as we get this conversation started. It's going to be very, very interesting conversation. We are going to be again discussing Liberia once again. So I want to encourage all of you to share the show as we do that. All right, let's do it.
There are things we can do. We bring good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What about people who willing to sell? Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end of premise from them. So welcome my life with African.
I live
Master.
Le pali suo me kanyo ake SKTV benyo. Se macheni tina ke ase manjamu. Enji sano muni emu aye yo. Enyi lofa emu aye yo.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
Ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena konagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena konagli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena napagiyari na ya tumale, esta tiki, ena napagiyari na, tosi wako ma ya tumale.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What about people who willing to sell? The blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best to work with my life with African. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monserrat, San to Bakulu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa.
There are things we can do. We bring good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What about people who willing to sell? Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end of premise from them. So welcome my life with African.
I live
Master.
Le pali suo me kanyo ake SKTV benyo. Se macheni tina ke ase manjamu. Enji sano muni emu aye yo. Enyi lofa emu aye yo.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
Ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwana gli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena dine ya tumale, ena salia ya tumale, ena kwana gli ya tumale, ena kodubwa ya tumale, ena da pagiyari na ya tumale, esta tiki, ena da pagiyari na, tosi wako ma ya tumale,
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the local and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it.
SKTV, the best in Liberia. SKTV, the best in Africa. SKTV, the best in the whole wide world. Today, we are going to be discussing Liberia once again. We are discussing change this time around. We say change is a must. It's a matter of must for Liberia if we want to actually see a better country. Now, the change we are talking about, how to go about it, the how, the what, the when, is up to us as Liberians. Change is needed. You have the right to actually decide how you want to go about the change that is needed. But before we even jump on the change, we have to know our problems. What are some of the major problems in Liberia that we need to change in order to have a better country? Is it the mindset? Is it people lack of patriotism? Is it because of poverty? What is the problem for Liberia? And what can we do collectively to change Liberia? And I'm speaking politically. I know some of you have somehow vested a lot in Liberia. Some of you have given up. But whatever the case is, I believe we still have a light at the end of the tunnel. I think we can still change that country. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen, in the vacuum. There must be an effort, collective effort to change the way our country is going. We have a lot going on in the country. The country where elected officials focus more and concentrate more on the next election cycle than they do for the job that they are elected to do. So the mindset, I think the mindset has to be changed first and foremost, especially Liberians in the diaspora. We are some of the problem for Liberia. Because if you can live in this country, you go to work on time, you respect the rule of law here in America, you enjoy all the development in this country, in Europe, in Australia. All the good things we see in those countries, They didn't happen out of the vacuum. It didn't just happen like that. People did it. And it didn't take just 1 or 2 days. They planned it. In fact, they envisioned it first. They planned it. They put it into practice and pray that it will work for them, for the country, and the future of the country. But the mindset in Liberia, that's the major problem. Even those of us living here to think that we cannot think like we are living in the diaspora. We support our government officials for exploiting our country. We enable them. We support them. We celebrate them. Even though they are looting our country. So yesterday, I had a call yesterday, 3 different calls. I'm not, because of privacy reasons and for security reasons, I'm not going to call the names of those people. But they are, 2 of them are ministers, proper. And the 3rd person is a deputy minister. I'm not going to call the ministry either. But I was shocked. 2 of the calls happened in the evening hours, my time here. And one of them happened 2 a.m. in the morning, my time here. This was shocking to me. Somebody said, "Oh, Sekou, do you know the ministers now are making less than $5,000? I said, "What do you mean?" "Oh, in fact, the deputy ministers are making $2,500 a month." So, okay. And then he said, assistant minister are making $1,700 a month. I said, okay. So what's the problem? "Oh, the government is going in the wrong direction." I said, what do you say again? The government is headed in the wrong direction. I thought I was not hearing what this person was telling me. A minister proper telling me that the government is proceeding wrongly. "Oh, Sekou, we used to argue with you guys from the start. We're saying you guys were rushing to criticize the government. We believe it was not the right time to do, but I think you were right. You got to continue to press on this government to do what is right." And one of the deputy ministers said they were getting $2,500. And they're saying that because they're making $2,500, they said that was not enough. It's too much, Sekou. Every now and then, you have people, your doorstep, at your house, at your office, people are there every day asking for something. And the money we're making is not even enough. Some are not even getting our gas slips on time. So listening to minister complaining that they are making less than 5,000, the deputy ministers are making 2,500, assistant ministers are making 1,700, they were complaining that the money is too little. If the minister can complain about making 4,000, deputy minister making 2,500, assistant minister making 1,700. If they are complaining, hold on one second. I'm on the show. Come on the show, lah. What kind of thing is this? I'm on the show. I'm on the show. If you put the show on, you gotta know. So, if they are complaining, for making $1,700, $2,500, and $4,000, what about the nurses that are saving life every day? They are making less than $500 a month. What about the police officer who is protecting life and property? They are making $200, $300, $150 a month. Police are complaining that they don't have enough police car. There's no system like 911 where you can dial 911 and police come to your rescue. There's no system. In fact, the police depots, zones are not equipped enough with police car, with proper equipments where they can rush to a crime scene. In fact, police people survive on the back of regular people, common people. Immigration people surviving on the checkpoints that they build around the country, taking money from traveler, some citizens, using tribalism as a benchmark to determine as to who is Liberian, who is not Liberian. So for a government official to tell me that the country is proceeding wrongly, but they don't have the audacity, they don't have the nerve to say it publicly. It got me thinking, because they're afraid. They don't want to lose their job. All right. If the minister is complaining for making less than $5,000, deputy minister complaining $2,500, assistant minister saying that he is making or she's making $1,700. But yet they are saying the government is proceeding wrongly. What about the common people? How are they going to survive? Anyway, before I jump into this whole show today, let me just recognize a few of you that at least have said something. Ali Aisha Dozo, welcome to SKTV. Regional Wilson, it's been a minute. Welcome to SKTV. Uncle Musa Sharif from Atlanta, Georgia, welcome. Liberia Daily, I think something, that's my picking something weird. Welcome to SKTV. Sandy Anderson, welcome. James David, welcome to SKTV. Proto Stewart, welcome as always. Paul Cholople, welcome to SKTV. Yumutru Kranga. You know, when you come here, say something so we know that you're here, we can recognize you and say hi to you as we continue this conversation. Yes, Yumutru Asidu Mensa, welcome. And there's no more Yumutru Kranga, I'm sorry. Patrick Kennedy, welcome to SKTV. Beatrice Keller, welcome to SKTV. James Yancy, welcome to SKTV. Mustafa Balo from all the way PA, welcome to SKTV. Sam Fien, welcome to SKTV. Asata O Dosen, welcome to SKTV. Young Papu, welcome to SKTV. Geno Pakuya, welcome to SKTV. Yvonne Iyo, welcome to SKTV. I want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. I want to encourage you to share the show. You know, there's a politics going on in Nimba County. There's a politics going on too at the executive mansion. We have learned that the Vice President, John Mayakon, is definitely going to be the Unity Party's candidate for President 2029. But who's going to be his vice president? Still up in the air. There are a lot of names. Some of the names will surprise you. There are a lot of names out there. Also, there are new political parties in the making. There are new political leaders in the making. There are new presidential aspirants in the making. A lot going on in Liberia. But at the end of the day, changing leaders, changing presidents, changing senators, changing representatives one after another every year or every other year or after every term or tenure, that cannot change the country. It's not about who you're changing, but what you do when you change the leaders. So today, we won't be asking our people, what kind of change do you think that's needed in Liberia in order to change Liberia? For me, I think first and foremost is a mindset. Second, love for country. And we got to fight tribalism and discrimination. Tribalism is real. It's not affecting one person, it's affecting the country. Discrimination is real. And those things are contributing to the backwardness of our country. Right now, Joseph Barker said they want to do major reshuffle. There are names of people that they want to appoint to do certain things. But because of their tribe, people are saying, no, we can't do that. Even though the person is qualified to do the job. But because of the tribe, they say, no, don't do it. Another person who is not performing, it has been reported that the person is not performing at all. The person to be also replaced during the reshuffle. They said, no, you know that the president's nephew. How the country going to move forward like that? And nepotism is a crime in our constitution. You don't do it. So we were told that there are ministers that never been working. For the past 1 year, some of them went to their offices less than 10 times for the whole year. We were informed that the Minister of Internal Affairs, that he's not working. So Baga just giving him the position because of his nephew. That he's not doing anything. His nephew doesn't even go to work like that. Now all his meetings, everything is being just collecting from people here and there, having meetings in hotels, not using his office. We were also informed that most of the agencies in the government, that's what they say the government is proceeding wrongly. That most of the agencies in the government, they are not contributing to the revenue of the country. Nothing whatsoever. They're just collecting, but they're not bringing in anything. But they're collecting. So the ones that have been actually contributing to the revenue are saying they have done enough. They too, they can start collecting. So there will be reshuffle, they say. But one of the major things that is holding them back as to what to do, who to be replaced, who to send to where, the new appointments and the rest of it, all those things are stalled because of discrimination and tribalism. So those mindset, they have to change. Those mindset have to change before we can move forward as a country. If Paul is qualified to do the job, then Paul has what it takes to do the job in terms of advocacy, experience, knowledge. Give the job to Paul. If Peter is good, irrespective of his tribe, if he can do the job, he has a track record of doing the job, give him the job. People should be qualified, qualification should be based, or employment should be based on qualification and experience, but not the tribe, not the country of origin, not the religion. The country will now move forward if we use those things as benchmark or as a yardstick to measure qualification. Tribe, country of origin, religion, friendship, nepotism. If we use those things as the yardstick to measure qualification and competency, it means that we will remain in this position forever. Now, we just in the first year just ended. People are worrying about what's going to happen in 2029. So the change we need in Liberia is to change our mindset. What do we need as a country? And if we identify the needs, then we should also be able to identify what is stopping us from getting what we need to get as a country. Those who are currently serving in Joseph Boakai government, for them to have the courage to talk to us. Not talking to us is a problem, but to tell us that the government is proceeding wrongly, telling us to continue to hold the government's feet to the fire, telling us that the president is not in control. Hey man, we just told you these things not too long ago. And you say we will rush it. We will actually not giving the government a chance. Look at this. Everything you celebrated, everything you said was a right step in the right directions for Joseph Boakai. What happened to the War in Economic Crimes Court, the so-called War in Economic Crimes Court? Where is it? Some of you, that time when you were jubilating, you thought within the next 2 or 3 months, we will have had War in Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. That was your belief. People that were celebrating, oh, yellow machine coming in the country. Let's celebrate the yellow machine. The country needs it. Blah, blah, blah. What happened to the yellow machine? Some of you thought by bringing that yellow machine in the country, that yellow machine will start to work, fixing your road there, for your in Labrador there, within the next 2-3 days, right after their arrival. What happened to them? Can you imagine? All of those who supported the president, majority of those who supported Joseph Boakai to be president, are the one complaining. The one that got loud mouth, they have some platforms to talk. They're talking. But they don't have the courage, they don't have the pride to acknowledge you, myself, and other people who started to point to those failures before they happen. They could have been prevented. They could have been prevented. But no, he didn't do that. He thought it was all about partisanship. He thought it was all about protecting your own. You thought if you vote for somebody to make them president, then definitely you have to support every action of them. Here we are. Now you are complaining. We are told the Minister of Internal Affairs is only there taking bribes from superintendent, from development superintendent, from local authorities in all the counties. So you're not having a meeting with them in the ministry. One point in appointment in Boulevard Hotel, one point in appointment in different hotel, different hotel, receiving bribes. People taking cows and sheep and goats and chicken to his house. We can't even stand in the office to work. But he is untouchable. His name was mentioned in the reshuffle proposal to be removed, to be replaced. Because the workers there complaining about him, some of them went to the radio station. They complaining about him. He's been accused of not doing his job. Who can run your ministry in hotel when you got a ministry? Your office is there. This is the guy who told the Liberian people that he was a killer. that he was a murderer. He threatened to murder an immigration officer. And he told the world that killing is what he did to protect his people during the war. He was one of the notorious killers. And he was appointed and confirmed by the Liberian Senate. They expect that person to perform. This guy was serving as district #1 representatives. His name is Francis Yumale. Man with a woman name. But the guy is not working. Also, we are getting report that the new LDEA leadership that is there, they are now also getting involved with drug dealing. Somebody say, don't talk about this, but I'll have to talk about it. Drugs is getting out of hand again. You know, those who involved with drug dealing, they get used to getting free money. You have them to let it go. In Labrador, we say a monkey can't leave a black hand behind. Monkey will always carry a black hand. LDEA is engaging in drugs, dealing and working with drug dealers. Be looking for it. There will be some proliferation of drugs in Liberia again in the coming weeks, if not months. The government officials are aware of it. Key players of the government are aware of it. They're using the same people who are supposed to be preventing drugs trafficking. They are using them to bring drugs into the country. Again, using Liberia as a transit point for drug cartels. So that would bring me back to what we're talking about. That change is needed in Liberia. But what do we need to change? Our mindset, our politicians, our political parties, our political leaders, or our behavior and mindset, both in Liberia and in the diaspora. I'm going to open the line. If you want to chip in, or you want to have the link to be part of the conversation, you're more than welcome to do so. So the lines are open. You can join us and we'll open the line for you to tell us what kind of change that is needed in Liberia. How do we go about it? So while we await calls, I want to inform all of you that if you are in the diaspora, send your phone number and your name to Brazilian Monk, to myself, to Chairman Emmanuel Yato, to Big Brother Melvin Disio, and to other people who are administrators, to Orito Zina, other people who are administrators of the platforms, so they can add you to the platform. But again, the change that is required is not anywhere. It should come from us. For me, Liberia's major problems. There are many problems, but on the top is lack of love for country. People don't love their country. Most of the people who have been given the leadership, they don't love Liberia. The lack of patriotism, lack of love for country is the major, driving factor for what they are doing. And those of you who are voting for them too, you don't care about your country. You don't care about the future of your country, because you are giving the future of your country to people that you know will do nothing with it. Currently, we have a government in place. We have legislature. We have judiciary, but none of them working. Everybody just collecting. When I saw the last time that the Liberian Revenue Authority saying that they collected more than expected, they collected surplus, but yeah, you're going around looking for debt, that they collected more money than expected. Where is the money? You collected more money than expected. Are you going to invest that money into our hospitals? Are you going to invest that money to get more ambulances? Are you going to invest that money into our schools? There are some high schools in Liberia with no bench. Children sitting on the floor. There are some high school in Liberia, in the counties. There are some school there, some elementary and high school there. The zinc is leaking. They say they got representative. They say they got senators. But they're just collecting to put in their pocket while people suffer. In Liberia, 15 counties, we don't have ambulances in those counties. When somebody gets sick, they got to put somebody on a motorbike, take them to hospital. Pregnant woman giving birth, put it on a motorbike to take them to the clinic or hospital. No ambulances. So for me, if you ask me, the 103 lawmakers in Liberia, the car that they're giving them, they should not give them car. You can make those brand new cars that you're giving it to them, 40,000 to 80,000 cars you're giving to them. You can invest that. You can buy those cars. You can invest that into the healthcare system. Buy 173 ambulances, put in the country. You see how healthcare will improve. They don't need car. They don't need government car. They can work and pay for their car. That's how it works in America and other developed nations. If you design and paint 103 ambulances and share with the counties and districts, all the districts, because you have about 73 districts, 73 districts, then you have 73 cars. Ambulances. Can you imagine if each district in Liberia got their own ambulance? Government providing gasoline for that. If somebody gets sick, they charge you. At least you pay small thing, not much, but it's something little bit towards it to maintain, to buy fuel. But at least you have it available. No scratch car. The money you're giving to them for scratch car, invest that in making sure you have enough medicine or medication, because I don't want to say drugs, because a lot of people don't understand when you say drugs in Liberia. You buy the one with medicine and medication, put it in gloves, wherein when somebody take their sick person, you tell them to buy glove. Nurses will tell them to buy glove before they can work on the sick person. What kind of country is that? They say now they're looking at all of that and they say the representative or they say the senator. You have people sick, putting them on hammer from town to town, from village to village. Some people will die on the way going. When you can use that money to buy ambulance for each county, each district in the country. You know what they're doing? They're giving them brand new car. When they use it for 3 years, they get another one. They will take that one for themselves. They say the car has depreciated. So what they will do, they will take that car for themselves. Some of them they will put that car in transportation, government car to make money for them, and they take a brand new one for free at the expense of the Liberian people, and they are doing nothing for the Liberian people. Imagine 73 districts. Each district get their own ambulance. Then the senator, they want to the two. You take those 2 cars, you give it to the major referral hospital there and clinics in the county. Imagine if you renewing our ambulances every 3 years, brand new ambulance. What if we even take some of this money and invest it in buying fire trucks? Having fire truck in all the major cities in the country. The money is there, but they're eating the money. Oh, Liberia is poor. Liberia is poor, but you are not poor. You're eating the money. Liberia is poor, but you don't even know that. Liberia is poor. You're taking Liberian people money. The people are suffering. They got no road, they got no water, they got no electricity, but you're taking the money from your country and sending it to your girlfriend in America. Buying houses for your boyfriend and girlfriends, for your family. You send your own children name to America. When you get sick, you go to China, you go to India, you go to Dubai, you go to other developed nations for medical checkup. While other people language and die in Hama, Biamuruba, in the village. They are so wicked and they care less about Liberia. So the change we need is our mindset and to love our country. Everything will change. But they wouldn't know how to discriminate as to who is Liberian, who is not Liberian. When they themselves, they have no commitment to Liberia. They have no love for Liberia. Liberia is this, Liberia is that. But you are there enjoying for doing nothing. So we want to change Liberia and people. Start with us. Start with us. The law is there. The laws are on the book. But the implementation is a problem because the people don't love the country. If you look at Liberia, with all the agencies you can hear, Anti-Corruption Commission, Financial Intelligence Agency, all the nonsense agencies that you have, what are their functions? Are they actually functioning? And they're all collecting, they're all taking pays. So all the revenue that come in the country, the potential say, oh, you know, in the country here, we raise more than what we expected. All the money going in payroll, paying people for doing nothing. All the money that come in the country going to people's pocket, and the country is not benefiting anything. Amen. When are we going to actually prove to that little country that we love that country? When? When you come to other people's country, you respect the law. You go to work on time. When you see stop sign, you stop. You don't drive on the wrong way. You don't drive on shoulder. You don't drive on sour. When there's a traffic, you wait. If you go to the bank, you wait, you stay in line. Police commander, police directors in our districts and counties, when they go to the line, here, they follow the line. They go to Walmart, they go to Walgreens, they go to any of the department stores or pharmacies. They stay on the line. When you take your behind from here, you go to Liberia, you think here, when they give you position, then you do better than the people that give you the position, better than the citizen. They will just come and pass and work in the bank. You don't have to stay in line. When there's a traffic, they're not going to work. They are not rushing, no emergency whatsoever, but they will just bypass everybody, take the wrong way, and go. They are not even police officers because they got some kind of county X, county F, county this on them. Because they're representatives, because they're senators, because they're some kind of ministers. So they're not supposed to abide by the rule. They're not supposed to respect the Constitution. They're not supposed to, be law-abiding citizens. Then you say you love your country. Look at Joseph Boakai take over. As old as Joseph Boakai is, or with all the experiences he accumulated for 47 years before becoming president, when he got to power, the first thing that he did, start collecting money from people. 500,000 to renew his home. His son going around collecting money. Appointed his nephew to no car. His son, his friends are consultants on all the major agencies and ministries, collecting 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 here and there, everywhere. Imagine Joseph Boakai is old. The country has served Joseph Boakai because he never served the country. He did nothing, absolutely nothing. But the country being taken care of Joseph Boakai since he was young. When he got to power, instead of giving back to the country, still collecting from the country. Still making sure he want to enrich his family. He want to leave fat bank account with his family before he dies. He want to make sure his son will never get poor again. His wives will never get poor again. His family, they will be rich forever. That's all they care about. Nobody care about the country. Otherwise, Joseph Boakai was supposed to be the most loyal person to Liberia. But look at it, just collecting money. Joseph Boakai, imagine as old as Joseph Boakai is, we say, oh man, Papi with all the experience. Papi sat down and lied to the Liberian people, knowing very, very well that he's lying. That somebody gave him 30 million worth of equipment on gentleman agreement, knowing that he's lying to the Liberian people. Those things can be small to you, but those things are big. If somebody have no respect for you, they will look in your face and lie to you because they feel like you are an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. That you will not understand. Citizen, love for country are things that are missing in our DNA as Liberians. All we do is to be boastful, act like we know better, act like we are better than other people, like we know better than other countries around us, but yet everybody moving forward, we are going behind. Everybody going forward, when we going behind. There was a war in Liberia, there was a war in Sierra Leone, there was a war in Ivory Coast. But we the one that were taking our infrastructure stuff, Cambo, zinc, window, copper wires. We don't want to take it to other countries, to sell to Guinea. And our leaders, they have no shame. They are the one can be on the internet everywhere, telling the whole world how Ghana is good, how Ghana is organized, how Ghana election is organized, how Ghana election is the best election. Hey man, what about you? What is in Ghana that is not in Liberia? Materially, in terms of material, Liberia got everything. In terms of natural resources, Liberia got everything. But you know what is in Ghana that we don't have in Liberia? Commitment, patriotism, and love for country. That's what we don't have. That is what is missing. And that's why we are behind. Look at Monrovia. Look at West Point. You think West Point is supposed to be like that? I grew up. Coming up. That place should be the way that place should be smelled. The way that place should be dirty. It's still like that. It's even getting worse. The money they are stealing to put it in their pocket, they can use that money to develop Liberia. Trust me. Somebody vote for you. You see, you want to serve your country, you want to serve your community, you want to serve your district, you want to serve your country. People voted for you. They give you the job. They give you pay. You determine your own pay. But yet, we should give you car to go to work. In America here, when you apply for a job, most of the important job, they will ask you whether you have transportation available to you. And in Liberia and anywhere else, if you get a good job, good paying job, stable income, you can get a car for credit. And now the way you're taking your pay then through bank, you can go to any bank and take a loan. You don't have to get $40,000 car or $80,000 car. Take car that will take you from work back and forth and work for the people. But stop exploiting the people. Ellen Johnson started this nonsense. It's a complete BS. Ellen Johnson started a Charles a little bit better, but Ellen came and destroyed the whole government structure in Liberia. Giving people $40,000 car, $80,000 car, and telling them 3 years later they can take that one and get a new one for free. In America here, we model our continue to be after America. America don't buy nothing for immigration for representative. They buy their own car. But you know in Liberia, they get housing money, housing allowance and all. They pay for their cell phone, get a cell phone, get a scratch card. For what? What kind of job they do on the cell phone? What are you paying them for their cell phone for? You're giving them salary. That salary, they should be able to provide housing for themselves, buy car for themselves, but pay for their cell phones and buy gas. One of the people that called me yesterday, one of them told me, say, "Oh, in fact, I'm not even getting my own gas slip." They're seeing these things as business. What kind of country is Liberia, man? And the people, most of the people, they say they're educated. They come here, they go to school, they live here, they see how things looking, they see what is development, they know exactly what they're supposed to be doing, they know how work is, but they want the people to pay them for doing nothing. But right, if you are a representative, if you are making $5,000 a month in Liberia for Liberian standard, any car you loan, you can take $500 or more from there and pay for a car loan. Here, people can get a car for $40,000 and pay $600, $700 a month. So if you can get a car like that and you taking pay, you're getting $10,000, $15,000 a month. Even at $8,000, someone else say you're getting. You know what you need to do with it? Take that money, go to the bank, get a car loan, and it makes you disciplined. You pay your car note every day, every month. If you don't pay the car note, they will take it from you. But again, you know what I will make you? Because you want to maintain your job. You will do the right thing in your district. You will do the right thing in your community. You will do the right thing in your country as a senator. And if you are a minister, you will do the right thing at your job because you want to maintain your job. Because if you lose your job, that car know what you have, you might end up losing your car. If you got a house, you're paying mortgage for it. If you don't maintain your job, you might end up losing your house. You know, the way we give things to our government officials for free, that's why they're so irresponsible. They think they can do anything and go free because you're giving them everything free. So they don't behave responsibly. So they see it as the best job in the world. That's why people can leave America here and go and fight to get job in Liberia, because when you get job in Liberia, government give you everything for free. They are competing. Who is getting more money? Ministers and representatives and senators are competing. Senators are saying, "Oh, in fact, how can you complain about a car then? Minister then running $120,000 car." They're not supposed to run getting that. But if you're going to get a stable car assigned to the ministry, that minister will have a driver assigned. If he wants to drive, he can drive. But after work, you park the damn car. You park the government car. After 6 p.m., you see any government car after 6 p.m. anywhere, police are authorized to arrest that car and take it to Central to know who is in that car. And while the car is out that time, government is closed. Government cars are supposed to be flying the street after 6 p.m. should be the security cars, the police cars, the military cars, security apparatus. But people even in that country, they say they're educated, but they don't even know what they are doing. Or they know it, but they're trying to act like they don't know because they want to continue to exploit the people. Some of all will be in government one day in Liberia, but it will not be easy. Maybe they will want to kill some of us. Because you will live by the rule. And you will not get things free. The people themselves will benefit. Not you. Imagine all the cars that they've been giving to the people, whether the police director, whether the minister, all the other funny people in the country, all the money, all the car they've been getting. They use the car for 3 years. Even the car worth 50,000, 40,000, then they will sell the car to themselves They say the car has depreciated. 50,000 car, at least after 3 years, that car will still worth 20,000. But you know what they would do? They would sell it to themselves 5,000, 3,000. Pack down one. Go for the next victim. They got a brand new car again for free. And you're getting paid. The thing about it, do you know representatives that work in the Congress and senator, when they go to Washington, D.C., when they leave their respective district, they can rent apartments. Some of the new ones, some of the rookie ones can even be roommates. Why they make adjustment? They adjust themselves. But in Liberia, you put in gasoline in senators' generator. How are they going to fight to make sure that you get electricity? If you giving them gasoline for the generator, for them and their family to sleep under air condition, somebody director somewhere, you put in $2,800 gasoline in the generator. How are they going to fight for you to make sure that you get electricity as well? How can we don't think? And the people there, they flying every day for medical checkup. Why you don't have medical equipment in Liberia? You can't even afford to go to hospital. No clinic, no ambulance. But they can fly. You don't have ambulance, you don't have car to go to hospital, but they can take plane to go to the hospital. You're okay with that? How are they going to improve your hospital if they have the opportunity to fly to go anywhere for medical checkup? Your children are not going to school. You can't even afford for them. But they have the children going to school in France, in Paris, in America, in England. Think about this, my people. Think about it. You know, everybody will always revert to their own corner, defending their own criminals, defending their own people based on tribalism, nepotism, and sectionalism. But you know very well, these people, they're not for you. They're for themselves. You don't have, they have their children here enjoying YouTube, kids channel on every major platforms in America here. They got anything for kids. Television, they got special thing for kids. Your own children, they can't even go to school and sit down on bench. They stay down in the mud, in the dust. It's raining over them. They have their own children here, but you are there celebrating and defending them, calling them honorables. And they are the most dishonorable people. Think about this. But you're okay with it. Because they somehow brainwash you to make you feel like they are even victim. Because you're asking them something, like, I had Dylan the other day, my own friend and brother that I supported. And I hope Dylan can change. And I hope I will not make mistake to support somebody like Dylan. Dylan say now the other day complaining, when you come to the radio station, before you move from here, people can meet to the door, asking for something. And when you go to work, because that's why you make the political used to. And that's not your job. You're stealing from them on a daily basis. The crap you're giving them, you're complaining about that. You're not supposed to be getting car. They pay what you get for your job. That's the money you're supposed to be taking to buy car for yourself. Government job is not business. It's not marketing. Government job is not you are doing business. You are serving. That's what they call service. That's what they call you servant. But you guys don't serve. The country serves you people. So when we want to change Liberia, the change that we need to change our mindset that these people who are government officials, whether they are in the executive, whether they are in the legislature or they are in the judiciary, they're supposed to be working for you. How you go to hospital, they ask you for glove. You go to hospital, your wife's sick, your child is sick, you go there, that nurses will tell you they can't touch it until you pay money. In other countries, those are black guys took advantage of that. In America here, you have no insurance. If you get emergency, they will treat you first. You worry about money later. They will save your life first. At the expense of the government, they will come after you later to pay the money if you don't have insurance. But Joseph Boakai took advantage of the system in America here, came and fake emergency so he can get good treatment. In Rhode Island, they did that. Because in America here, if you're not a resident, if you are here and you're sick, or if you're a resident, or you got people, you not got people when you're sick. So long you're sick, you go to emergency, they will treat you. They will not let you to die. But in Liberia or government official, they say down there, the people, when they go to hospital, your mom is sick, if they'll tell you to ask you to pay $300, $400, $500, or you don't even have $50. They say, well, the way this signal looking, we're not able to touch the woman. You got to pay. You got to call your family member in America, in Europe, in elsewhere. Ask them, my mother's sick, my wife is sick, my son is sick. Send me something. They say they can't touch her. Amen. You never think of those things. Election time will come. You will just be singing, dancing. Without even considering your own future. Some of you think this is the kind of life that you deserve. No, you deserve better than that. But we're telling you some of these things, your thought was about campaigning. Look at the country now. You can't afford to eat. Other people eating and boasting. You don't even have clean water to take a shower. Other people in the pool and boasting about it. Making fun out of you. Making fun out of you. You can't afford to take a shower with clean water. Other people, they're showing their clean body at the expense of the people. Somebody with their fufu body then. Womanizing. In your money. When you ask them for $1, then they complain. They tell you, say, you guys are a bunch of beggars. They tell you, say, you can be to their doorsteps, to their offices, begging them for something. You are begging them for something that belongs to you. But because you don't know your own right, you don't know your own value, you have no priorities, you have no plan for yourself. So they will use you. They make fool out of you. They treat you like a trash. Those of us who will come to criticize them, those who will come to hold them accountable, to hold their feet to the fire, they use you again to attack or to insult us. Amen. You're suffering. They put the double suffering on you. They exploit. You beg. They give you little. And they send you as a slave to go and fight people who are fighting for you. But yet, you can't think about that. Oh, you're not talking in America there, and you're coming down here. You will not be over there, you will be talking. The winter here we came. You know what can happen here? They can advise you, please, don't eat too much. Please don't eat too much chicken. Don't eat too much meat, red meat. Please don't drink too much soda. That's what they can tell you here, please. Some of you can only drink soda when you go to party. They're telling people here don't drink it because it's everywhere. Most of the public area you go there, you drink soda for free. Free. Chicken is the cheapest food here. Some of you can only eat chicken once a year. Some of you can never cook meat, red meat that people say don't eat it, don't eat red meat. Some of you can only eat red meat when somebody will never kill cow. They're sorry for you. You can't afford the first pound, 1 pound to put in your soup. But hey, you're talking to my over there. You can't touch it on there. When we are talking, we're not talking for us. And we're not talking for you to do anything for us. We are talking for you to do something for yourself. How can you don't understand that? You can hear, you're talking over there, and we are here, we're good. You good? No, you're not. I'm going to use this analogy, but I'm not trying to insult you guys. A crazy man does not know whether he or she is crazy. The day a crazy man acknowledges his sickness, to say I'm sick, I'm crazy, that means that crazy man is well now. You're not okay, but you think you're okay because you don't know. When you tell them, you're always so tired. Hey, man. Sometimes I can sorry for my people in Liberia. I swear to God. Because the politicians make you to believe that the life you are living, that's what you deserve. And you think, yes, that's true. When we are telling you, you say, no, that's not the life you deserve. You deserve to live like the way we live here in America, like the way we live in Europe, like the way we live in Australia, like the way we live in other part of the developed nations. It is your right, your human right, to have clean and safe drinking water provided by your government and make it affordable for you. It is your right to have electricity everywhere in the country and make it affordable. It is your right for government to give you all of those things and then make sure they invest in private sector that will give you jobs so you can work and pay for your light bill and pay for your water bill and pay for everything that you want to pay for. It is your right. But they make it look like you deserve what you're doing, what you're getting right now. And that's not what you deserve. I'm praying that God give us long life, good health, so we can continue not to just advocate for our people, not to just educate our people from the internet, from the radio, but also to be able to do it in person. I'm going to go to Liberia. When the time is right, I'll go to Liberia when it's necessary. I know there are a lot of voices out there, both in the diaspora and in Liberia, that have talked, that have explained a lot, and most of those have fallen on deaf ears, but when I got tired, we have to try everything we can, all methods to change that country. Sometimes some people they're sick, sometimes people get problem, they don't know. You have to help them, take them out of that problem. The lines are open. If you're in the diaspora, you're in Liberia, whether it's WhatsApp line or regular SKTV line, all the lines are open, and you can call in and tell me, what you want to say. It's up to you. I still have about 40 minutes here. So yeah, you can call in and we'll give you time to talk if you want to talk. But if you leave with me, my one can be here 2 hours. It can be small for me because the problem is unending. But the problem is, my major problem is Liberians that live in the diaspora or that still live in the diaspora to go to Liberia and behave as if to say they have never experienced anything that look good. When they move from here, they'll go to Liberia, they'll find a job, they'll have electricity every day, they'll have money to buy clean bottled water. Mr. Maulo is calling. Yeah, Mr. Maulo. Hello.
Hi, Sebu. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We are talking about change here. The kind of change we need. I'm thinking that is our mindset and lack of love for country, not being patriotic. That's my belief. What do you think?
I didn't get you. You say you're thinking what?
I'm thinking that our problem in Liberia is lack of patriotism and lack of love for our country.
Well, like I told you the other day, Sebu, our problem as a people in our country is the lack of information, lack of self-education. The people don't know their rights. They don't know what they're entitled to. I mean, these people have made sure that these people consider themselves less than dogs. You talk to Liberian people and tell them, go over there and get something. They say, well, we need to go there, go beg the people. Beg the people? What are you begging for? There is no damage you can do to somebody more than psychological damage. And that's what has happened to our people over there. Can you imagine a government, because you're irresponsible government, if you pay somebody $15,000 in whatever way, what is it about income? Yeah, people make $2,000 a month. They can buy a car because they gotta get it work. You make it $15,000 in America. In Liberia, where the average person makes less than $2 a day, and somebody will buy you car.
Yeah.
And then people say we're poor country. We're not poor country, we're stupid people.
Yep.
And until we learn to stand up for our rights, until we learn that this country belongs to you, the people, and force this government, these people who choose to be in government to do their work, you will keep on calling yourself poor though you're rich. And that one is because stupidity. So for me, our problem is to educate these people about their rights. Bring it to them until they understand it. Page by page, line by line. Let them understand what their rights is. And then all the other places will fall in place.
Yeah.
That's my solution to the Liberia problem from where I stand.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Mr. Maulu. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
So my people, anyway, I forgot it. More not here today, but me, I forgot. But so I'll be on the show today. Yesterday was Friday, and we actually didn't get a lot of people supporting SKTV. You might not forget to support SKTV every time you come here. If we can't do it on Friday, we can do it on Saturday and Sunday. I came here today. I've been talking for 1 hour and 25 minutes. I forgot to tell you guys. Somebody just reminded me that I've been talking about they carry the basket around to the people. So support SKTV, my people. Send your $20, $10, $25, $50, $100, whatever you can get to support SKTV. We need it. Like by next week, we told you, by next week, we're going to go full blast. All our radio stations, they're going to be back on. And we're going to be, everywhere in the country like we used to be. So Zwedu, Top FM from Zwedu will be here. Radio Farmer from Boma will be here. And hopefully Truth FM Secular P will also be here. And Truth FM, the original Truth FM will also be here as always. So pretty much everything we're going to be saying here will be aired in the entire country. And we'll open the line, we'll be able to hear from everybody from everywhere in the country. So your support is highly, highly needed. And we are using it for the right reason, for the right purpose. You got to help us help you. We all want to change Liberia, but we got to somehow improvise, help each other. So going back to what I was saying, Mr. Mawolo just came and solidified the same points I was making. When you're getting money, you're getting paid, whether it's 5,000, do you know how many people in the country can get 5,000 a month? Very few. Most of the regular average people, they take home after 2 weeks of work. Sometimes, majority of them can get 1,500 in 2 weeks. Majority of the people. Sometimes after working 2 weeks, when they take taxes, everything from there, sometimes they can make 1,200, 1,300 here and there. Average American, mostly from 30,000 to 45,000 a year. On the average, the lawmakers in Liberia are making more money than the lawmakers in America. In America, the annual budget for American military is $800 million, $1 billion. Liberian whole budget, the whole country budget, like $800 million. Just that's the one for the military. A triple and quadruple, 10 times, or maybe 100 times the military budget is 100 times bigger than the whole budget. America GDP is 4.something trillion in the T. We got nothing. We are poor. But to even compare the salary, the annual salary of American lawmakers to that of Liberia says a lot. And here, with all that, they're not giving them cow. They're not paying for their phone bill. Like they will pay for our phone, the lawmaker their phone bill in Liberia. Get them scratch car. Get them housing allowance. And they're not buying gas for them here. Hey, man. I can't even imagine that the kind of country we have. People think that we are stupid, and we're telling them that we're stupid. People can revolt for this thing, against those things. Come on. you pay somebody and they're buying car for them to go to work when you already paying them? And then you buy car for them, you paying them to work for you, but at the same time, you say, I'm buying gas. You can't take gas money from the money you're giving them to as pay. What kind of thing, what kind of mentality is that? Man. Sometimes when you think about Liberia, man, that's why some people have given up on Liberia completely. They don't even worry about it, they don't even talk about it. Because something when you hear it, when you think about it, you analyze it, it don't make sense at all. Somebody will give you woman, they will give you horse, and they will feed you and your woman, and then they will teach you again how to take care of a woman in the house. Man, what kind of human being are you people, man? We are so wicked, man. Liberians are so wicked. Trust me, we are so wicked. So we think government job is about getting rich. Government job should not be the most lucrative job in the country. That's bad. It shouldn't be like that. That's why in Liberia, when you finish school, the best thing you want to do, the next thing you want to do is a government job. Amen. That's why they don't want to invest in private sector, because they don't care about the people. So long they're getting their money in their pocket, that's what they care about. But you, the people now, you can't think for yourself too. You ain't got 5 cents to change your children to school. They put in, they send their children into school in America. You don't even get good school building in your district. Your children then working with Johnny table. They got their own children here sleeping under air condition, having the best cell phones, 24-hour network. In America, when you live here, the way you can do over there, I put my data on. I take my data off. That I didn't know that when I went to lately, I never been to Africa for a very long time. So when I went back, people telling me, I turn my data on. I put my data off. I said, what is that? So that means you got to switch your internet off. You have a cell phone though. The cell phone is working, but you got to turn your internet off so that the data can finish. When I went there, I used my hotspot to do show on my laptop. The data was just running just like that, just like that, just like that. So I said, okay, I see why people that were going to Liberia there, campaigning, going to places in all those areas that they were going. And sometimes too, you can buy that data. When you start to download something in Banga or in Ganta or in Kample or Seklepi, or you go somewhere in Fasama, say one download, you do a video, one download, it will keep buffering. It will take one whole day before one video can upload. Right now, fast-speed internet is everywhere. We don't have that. Even government officials, when they travel to certain area, they will tell you, say, I got network. Why are you doing with our money? You can't have fast-speed internet in Liberia, as small as Liberia is. Elon Musk himself, but all by himself, he got fast-speed internet. Individual. You have a country that we don't have fast-speed internet. Sometimes if you think about Liberia, you think about lawmakers, you think about Liberian people themselves, the regular people. If you think about them, you give up. Why, God? Why? They're so stupid. Some of them are so stupid. Yeah. Some of them are so stupid. When you're giving them advice, if you are fighting for them, they will go and insult you. Yeah, man. What can we do, man, to change the mindset of some of these people? Somebody stealing from you. Other person telling you, say, no, that person is stealing from you. You say, no, 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 no. We like it. That is message from us. You don't want the message to steal from us. You must come down here and stop the man from stealing from us. What about you? What about you? When are you going to stand for yourself? When are you going to stand for yourself? When are you going to stop supporting people who are abusing you? The other day, oh yeah, Lofa, my man, you want to change guy Johnny Table there, you know, and you were small. I know your Lofa used to have the same thing. That one gene transit that you used to have. So now you go play with it. You do everything with it. You're not listening on the ground until you got a little spot there. You call that one. We used to call that one Johnny Table. And someone that one that you carry go the same thing too in the next morning. So that they were washing the night and hang it. In the morning, you wear the same thing to go to school. But you got that on the children here laying down, enjoying themselves, riding. You know, they get in the school bus for free. And the one that don't want to go to school bus, somebody will drop them off. Or they'll buy a car for them. Because the parents are making enough money in Liberia. They buy a car, they buy a house for them. They in Liberia there. You sleeping in the house. Your house is leaking. You jumping in the water, dirty water. Some of y'all just say now over do water to to use latrine. They put them sleeping. They put them sleeping in good houses there. Their children, their wife, they have some of their girlfriend, their husband in the here, enjoying. They got good health care. You jumping over dirty water. Some of you in the villages, then you're drinking from the creek. So now you push it, and make sure you get a clean one, then you put your hand, you drink that one. So this person say, I got a vast library, I'm gonna a vast if I got time, advance yourself first. I don't know. What kind of advice I need to do for myself? I think I advanced myself a long time ago. That's why I think it's important to educate and inform our people and tell them what to do for themselves. You can't know what to do for myself. That's why you are here watching and listening to me. You know, Liberia is our country. It doesn't matter which political party you belong to. It doesn't matter your country of origin or your tribe or your religion preference. I don't care. Once it's our Liberia, I see no color. I see no tribe. I see no religion. I see no country. And I care less about who you are or what you do for yourself or for your life. Hello? Yeah. Hello? Naoma? Naoma, so what kind of thing you think we need to change that country? What do we need to do? I know you've been saying education, but people saying that they will not listen. They say they will not listen no matter what we do. So what do you think we can do now to change that country?
Well, listen, people will listen when people don't know what it's supposed to be doing. First of all, let me tell you something, Sekou. I don't talk too much anymore. Because you know why? We, like the Liberian people say, we're sitting down on this side, we seem to have the answers. But my thing here is that the major thing that is going on, we call him God, we call him everybody, but the major thing that affecting all of us, not just the people on the ground. Even though we're talking to them, we're calling them mean, calling them stupid, we want them to do this, we have expectation of them, we're teaching them what they're supposed to do. But let me tell you something. There's one thing that we're not looking at. We're looking at it in terms of talking about it in terms of what we think. You know what the problem is, Sekou? No. The problem is mental. The problem is mental. Okay. We are suffering from PTSD. From you and we in the diaspora who left that country with all the scars and went around the world, whatever countries we live in, we still have PTSD. The people that are on ground, they got PTSD, but plus all the other DDSDs. From the president on down, from the top to the bottom, that country is suffering from mental issues. If we want to help our country and our people, mental health, we got to start soliciting for people who are willing to come to our country and help us.
I agree.
We ourselves need to go to counseling.
Yep.
But we here in America, some of us left from that trauma. We're living here. We never seek help. And we know what to do, but we're not doing it. We're just talking among ourselves. We're masking the problem. We joke with SFU. We laugh about it. We talk about it in a negative way. As if that is what we want to happen, when we know that's not what we want to happen. And you like to say that on radio all day about the people. Not the people that trusting in now.
Yeah.
That's the way we talk. We don't go seek help. We in position, even some of us that work in the medical field, be it doctors, be it nurses, we still haven't gone out to seek the kind of help that we need. We're traumatized.
I believe it.
Traumatized. You understand? If we traumatized, then what about the people who on the ground, particularly the after-war generation, who when they were in the war, they didn't learn nothing. Zero. When they came out of the war, they learn nothing. They know nothing. It's their children now, or their grandchildren, who didn't get to learn anything from them because they didn't know anything. That's around. In the position, we talk about the legislature, we talk about all these people. Simple, if you check, half of those people in there, they know it from both fronts. They never went to no school and graduated. If they went to school, they after war school, I was not school. If you ask me, what did they learn? They came into the legislature, they came into the Senate from the different countries. When you go, when you get a job, and the people are getting probationary period, and a probationary period for them to see what you know or don't know.
Yeah.
And they help you, they teach you.
Yeah.
You want a guidance, or that you get yourself fit. And if they don't find out that you can't make it, or that means you strike back, they will let you go. And that's all.
Yeah.
When people come from the interior, they can't represent. Who in our house does get any class, any orientation? Think about it.
Nothing.
Think about it.
They said they should do that, but I don't know whether they actually can teach. I don't know whether they can teach anything. They change anything. Yeah.
You never met him or before. You know nothing. Then they take you before you on committee.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you know to be on the committee?
You
Let
know.
me read about this thing. So you don't know. The only thing you see, you bluffing in front of each other. Whatever you pick up, you say, that's what the people that were doing, you want to mimic them. The beast are them big car. They do this, they do that. You know nothing about cars.
Yeah.
You know nothing about the price of cars. You know the kind of road that the cars are supposed to ride. But you want to put on costume to be like the people there when you were small, who you emulated. But you don't know nothing about that. You want committee. You know nothing about the committee. You know nothing about military security. But you own a committee. Do you work there? You contribute simple.
Nothing.
You don't know
Absolutely nothing. True.
You don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about job. When you look at everything from top matter to double in every government. But after now in government, and the whole life is based on friendship. Who know you?
Yeah.
And he know office there, he's there. You see him going nowhere or doing anything. He knew he wanted to become president. He didn't go and follow people. You see, when you want to learn something simple, you follow behind people.
Yeah.
So that you can see what people doing. So you can learn what people doing. So when you can't stop, guess what? You will be ready.
Yep.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That we talk so. But when you say that, you yourself when you say, our own
yeah.
Going from here to there. You see, somebody think what we didn't know what Madam Sally was obsessed with him there for. But we say, oh, Madam Sally, but we didn't know. The next thing is say, oh, Paka. So, oh, Paka move.
Nope.
Oh, Paka do anything. Then the next thing by he say, he never left unknown. He was borrowing money. When you borrow money, that means you ain't got nothing. And when you borrow, you got to pay a bank.
Yeah.
So, the expectation that the people then that have, say, you feel sorry for them. Because they know, nobody teach them nothing. Everything they thought they said that the political will. But can they define political? What does that mean? Even our children that went to university, they graduated. That the people that graduated, listen to them.
Yeah.
Listen to them.
Ma, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
It's very important, Sekou.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important. PTSD, what is syndrome? Post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Yeah, I think they got a PTSD.
Yes. And I think that it's a disorder. It makes you see all kinds of different ways. All kinds of different ways. You angry, you bitter, you remember those things, you're going through changes mentally, psychologically. So everybody got some sort of mood swing. So when I talk about education, I always say my real problem is not politics.
Mm-hmm.
It's illiteracy, which breeds the magnitude of ignorance that what people doing. Running around. Look at, for example, look at the fire that happened. The fire happened, the people didn't do no investigation, but already they got budget.
Yeah.
Everybody to know how much it costs. You know anything but our baby? Then you call any architect there to do any evaluation?
They say the money, the $1.5 million, that one for just for feasibility study.
Seriously.
Yeah, they want the job for feasibility study to put people can work on how they can come out with a real budget. Yeah.
Like the life of the life of John P. Richardson, and other people on that ground.
They don't care about those people. They don't care about anybody that can do the job. They only care about people that can tell them how to share the money among themselves.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing we're about to be talking about. We're talking about what the not doing. We're about to be spending time trying to figure out what it is that they're not doing and why.
Yeah.
We got to find answers to these problems. We got to question them.
Come on, thank you.
Let them come here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Let them come here and free.
Yeah.
Police director said he jumped. They see what the fire chief is supposed to be doing. He can't stand up and talk. That you draw, that you area. Why you coming to talk about fire business? That's it too. The fireman said, what time? They asked me questions about the fire. They said, how you know? He said, you got a smoke black.
No, in fact, the fire guy said the last time, Uncle said, he didn't even say according to our investigation. The police of the doctor said according to their investigation, but he said according to our observation.
Yeah.
Observation, not investigation, but observation. And then you determine that the fire was, initiated by somebody. But anyway, Omar, we're going to leave it there for today. I want to say thank you to you and everybody else for the call. Well, even a minute, I've been calling.
Well, maybe put your secret outside in the street because of what I said.
No, you can call.
What?
The secret minute you can call for. I said to call to educate the people.
The last time you were out.
Yeah, okay. That's true. Yeah, my bad. My bad, sorry. I'll call you back. The last time we told you were sick, that's true. Okay, well, Omar, thank you so much. Okay. Well, Omar said she will put my secret because last time we told her she was actually sick. And I should have been calling to make sure she's okay. My people here, thank you so much. We'll be here tomorrow, hopefully. I want to say thank you to all of you. Tomorrow we'll be here and we'll talk more. We'll continue to educate, inform, and to do what we can do to the best of our ability when I got tired. Yeah, but I'm still not seeing, maybe I'm not seeing the cash app for some reason, but if you haven't, I've not seen nothing on sale. Maybe cash app, will check that one later. But thank you guys. Continue to support SKTV. We appreciate your time.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to sell. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The brothers giving us the end of the rest of them. Welcome and life with African.